unexpectedly this morning, I ended up being in talking and engaging mode all day unintentionally. I got up and I listened to my affirmation podcast with the Naja Dragon, was on the phone for a while. And then after I got off the phone, my best friend came over and we went and got lunch. And then after we got lunch, I came home and I was like, let me lay down for a little bit. Let me lay down and I'll wake up at 4. Okay, maybe 4:30. I need a nap. I'm so tired. And even now, I'm still very tired. But I'm here. I'm here, y'all. Oh, man. I forgot about a very important element. Whoever's watching on YouTube, can you hear me? Because I have a microphone that I usually add that I forgot to add because I've moved where the computer is placed. I'm going to add the microphone. Hear me over there on YouTube? Let me know. Y'all let me know. I don't know who's watching. Computer, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Y'all. It's one of them days. It's always one of them days over here reading what Miss Taylor said. We just roll with the punches and we keep it moving. We roll with the punches and we keep it moving. Welcome in. Trying to get this computer up. Oh, hey, y'all. Hey, trying to get this computer up. It is just stuck right there where it is. It's just stuck right there where it is. I do apologize for my tardiness. I'm a little tardy to the body. Do apologize. Come on, baby. Come on. Just do the thing. Just do the thing. If you could just do the thing, computer, Facebook could have me, and then we could all have a great time. Because I really love to have a great time with my Facebook people because they my OGs. You know what I'm saying? My Facebook, they my OGs. So I moved. Normally I have my computer for YouTube over here with the camera here. But the computer's over here this time. So I'm just constantly adjusting. Come on, computer. Please stop acting up in front of company. Oh, this is why I'm getting rid of you. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. We good. Miss Taylor said, we have a lot of mistakes happen over here. And reading what Miss Taylor said is the perfect place for mistakes because guess what? This is where I'm figuring out how to do things. So let me figure out how to do things. Baby, come on. Because I'm not restarting this computer. I'm not doing it. It's going to get itself together. I believe in it. Not really. I don't believe in it. I don't actually believe in my computer to get itself together, which is why I had to ask the internet for another computer. But unfortunately, I've not figured out. Actually, it's not that I haven't figured out. I don't have the extra money to spend on the restream thing so we can stream it all from one place. But one of these days I will. Oh, come on. Go all the way to sleep. Let me wake you up. Y'all, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing because I'd really like to get to the show now. I'd really, really like to just get to the show. Hey, y'all. Okay. So, sorry about that, YouTube. I'm going to see if closing my computer. Sit there. And opening the computer back up. See if that does something, because sometimes that does. It's so finicky. This is embarrassing. Embarrassed. I am embarrassed by my computer. You suck. I love you. You've gotten me through so much. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. And if you could just do this one more thing for me, I would be so happy, computer, so that we can get on with the show. So sorry, y'all. How was y'all's day? No, it's just old. It ain't even the memory. It's just old and not good. It's just old and not good and incredibly slow. And it's been like that really since I got it. Memory's not even full. That's the embarrassing part. It was a gift. It was a Christmas gift. And I am so appreciative because, my other computer was broken. Now the other computer, I know, I appreciate it. I really just don't want to restart it because if I have to restart the whole thing, I'm going to be upset. And this is why, Taylor, this is why you set up at 4 and have all this stuff set up. Then you can do everything else. That's why you do this. But your ass was... Okay. Well, I'm going to have to embarrass myself and restart this whole computer, which means that some of these lights are going to go off for a second. Embarrassing. Well, who want to hop on live with me real quick on IG just to kill some time? Anybody want to hop on live with me? Anybody want their face seen? Oh, man. So we can kill a little time. All right. This is not my fave. Not my fave, but hey, had some really great conversation today. Gosh, one of the really great feeling. I want to say one of the best feelings. It was a really great feeling. I don't know if it's one of the very best feelings, but it was a really great feeling. I got to experience today was being able to say to a friend the encouraging words they said to me when I was at a low point. And I got to do that today for a friend. And wow, that felt really great. That felt really great because I've come a mighty long way. And I still have a nice long way to go. But I've come a mighty long way. I really have. And I'm so thankful to be on the journey that I'm on and to have made it this far in my journey and still be able to have so much more room to grow. Because really, with the things that I'm doing, the journey that I'm on, I'm a baby in this, I'm a baby. Oh, I wish y'all, I would show y'all how embarrassing this is, but it will just further upset me. That's all. Oh my God. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Girl. Who? Because this one, I've had this one since 2015 and it wasn't a new model then. And it was like a lower end model. Just, something that they could afford at that time, which again, very thankful, forever grateful. It's my OG, it got me through the hard, the early times, but it's time to move it on up to the east side, to the deluxe apartment in the sky. I really wish that music copyright stuff wasn't weird because I'd have some music playing for y'all. I'd have some music and we'd be dancing a little bit while we're waiting on this stuff to do its thing. Oh, man. I was going to wear what if y'all saw my story today on Instagram and Facebook, I was going to wear that today, but I've already worn it on the show and I'm trying to not repeat outfits if I don't have to. So I did not wear it. Well, at least this time it let me put my pin in and now it's saying welcome and it's buffering. Yeah, I love it here. So great. So great. Well, there goes a light. There we go. That's kind of light I like. There we go. There we go. Y'all, tell me something good that happened today for y'all. Tell me something good that happened today if you watching. Come on. Come on, Facebook. Come on. This computer. Ooh. And I was going to go to school with this computer. I was going to go to school with this computer. Baby, I don't have time for you to do all this bringing yourself up stuff. Oh my God. So here we are. Oh God. My first instinct when I say here we are was that angry light-skinned man and being like, here we are all alone in this room. Oh, and computer, I know where to start and what I want to do. You're taking your time and I'm not all right, computer. Just get ready, please. I got a show to do. Oh. It ain't my first time, but computer girl, we can't pretend. Just buffer up. Then the show can begin. I want to read my book. I really want to read this book because there are people looking. Read my book. On this show. Yeah. Thank you, dear. Be safe. Thank you, dear. All right. We're getting closer to being ready, y'all. We're getting closer to it being ready. As you can see, it's taken 12 minutes. 12 minutes just to get the computer. This is what happened the last time. I got a computer. And I ended up getting a computer because of it. Lord. So I genuinely don't have time to wait. Appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all's patience. Look at my posture. Stop slouching. I made a whole video telling people to stop slouching. Here I am, slouching. I got a compliment that I really liked today. And it was nice. Like whenever somebody has to end it with respectfully, I'm like, respectfully? All right. I like that. Respectfully. That is not an invitation for anybody to come to my inbox talking about respectfully. Like, no, you can't say respectfully today. It don't work. It's already been done. God, I just know you're testing my patience. You're testing my patience. You're teaching me a lesson in procrastination, God. I know that's what's happening right now. And I appreciate the lesson. I appreciate the lesson that's being taught to me today. And I just would love to read my book with my friends. I'm in a significantly better mood than I was in yesterday. And I'm happy to be in a significantly better mood than I was in yesterday. Because, baby, I was in a mood, baby. When I got off that phone, when I got off of the live yesterday, ooh, child, I was crying before the live. I was crying after the live. I was crying when I was making the dang on reel, the video from my Instagram yesterday, child. I was a hot mess yesterday. Mondays are a little rough. Tuesdays are better. Tuesdays are the real Monday, as we all know. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I promise you can. I know you can. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe you can do this, computer. Oh, friend, you still with me? Appreciate you being with me. I learned so many new things today, which was great. I learned so many new things today. I learned a lot about social media today, actually, that I did not know. Different things that I can do. Oh my God, I don't understand. This is like a computer from the 90s. This is the type of computer you gotta turn it on and then walk away for 10 minutes and then come back. Cause your love's addicted more than a drug. I appreciate y'all. Hey, the ones that are still in here, I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. I really, really do. We trying to get it up. We trying to get it up for Instagram. I mean for Facebook. My God. Woo! My patience is being tested, Jesus. Father, in the name. Whoo. All right. You know what? I'm gonna calm my nerves. I'm gonna go get an incense to kind of calm me down. All right. All right. We're gonna get ourselves an incense burning up in here. All right. I'm back. Is it singular incense or is it incense? Okay. So all the things that I've clicked are now coming up respectfully, you know? No, we don't want to restore it. I don't know what was happening the last time it was open. I don't want to restore none of whatever was slowing my computer down. Baby, I don't. Okay. Okay, let's see. Facebook. Child. This is the government. Cause my friends and I, we saw it on Twitter and we decided we were just like, we ain't even call stuff the ghetto no more. We gonna call it the government because that's what the government is. So we gonna call it the government. This is the government, okay? Oh, come on, baby. Just if you could just do one of the things I click on, we be easy breezy, beautiful cover girl over here. No ad. That was not an ad. But cover girl, you can hire me if you want to. I'll learn how to do makeup. For real, for real. I did all right for a little 10-minute beat. You know, little quickie, little quick beat, real quick. On a quick. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. Hurry. I'm over here looking at my computer like, quickly. It's all right. It's all right. If it's these sticky notes that's keeping it slow, they can go. Y'all, this has been 19 minutes. 19 minutes of me just trying to figure out my computer. I can't. Oh, Lord. Just take me here so I can. No, I don't care. I don't care about that person right now or talking to them. All right. I mean, I'm sure we could talk later. It'll be great. I just need to copy that. Go here. Go here and watch it be all janky. I hope that's not an offensive word. It feels like it's one of those words that's secretly racist or offensive. All right, we finally in there, y'all. Oh, we finally there. We are finally after 20 minutes, 20, 2-0. After 2-0 minutes of trying, we almost there. We're at the finish line, and we still got to do a show. Computer said, girl, I was taking a nap. What you talking about? What you talking about? I'm going to have to put in the damn description for people to skip 20 minutes into the show. I'm going to tell them to skip 20 minutes into the show. Come on, baby. Stop playing me. I'm giving my computer too many things to do all at once. And it is like, yeah, I'm legit going to have to tell people to skip. You know what I'll do? Actually, y'all. No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to start the stream over, but I'm not going to do that. They just gonna have 40 minutes of streaming over here on Facebook. That's all that's gonna happen. Come on, man. It's allowed. Just turn the camera on. I thank God that I worked in customer service. I'm so thankful I worked in customer service because that's the kind of patience I have right now. I'm having to tap into my customer service patience where I'm not just flipping my ish. I'm not just flipping my ish. I'm staying connected. Ooh, 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 baby. I'm gonna be crazy. Ah, there we are. There we are. Close that. Here we go. Facebook. Facebook finally got it together. All right, Facebook. We together now. We good. My God. We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. Ah. Go live. Go live. Go live. Go live. Go live, Facebook. Go live, Facebook. Go live. Go live, Facebook. And don't act up. Don't cut up in front of company. And Facebook is cutting up with quality. I just want to read a book. I just want to read a book. I just want to read a book so all of my friends can work on their healing. That's all I want to do. That's all I like to do. Ooh, please let me read this book for my friends and those that just enjoy the show. Please, please. The quality is so bad. The quality is so bad. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I have to end it. I have to end it. The quality is too bad. Yes, end it. End it. Yes, please end it. Stop embarrassing me in front of company, because you've embarrassed me for now 25 minutes. We are 30 minutes. We are almost 30 minutes into this, and you have embarrassed me. This is the technology with Miss Taylor Said today. Today is technology with Miss Taylor Said. You know what, y'all? We might not even read today. We might do a little reading, but we might have to get up out of there. Delete it. Get out of here. Close it. Ooh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. And I probably should have ended things and then came back, but that's also a lot of steps. And I didn't think it was going to take this long. Didn't think it was going to take this long. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Just please let me do this. It's always one day of the week that this happens. It's always one day of the week that this happens. And it is not fun every single time. All right, this should be it. This should be it. Are we good? Please don't mess up my quality over here on Facebook. Please don't mess up my quality over here on Facebook. Ooh, child. Are we good? We about to find out. We're about to find out. 27 minutes later. This is already not looking good for you, girl. So it froze. It froze, y'all. I got the live video. I clicked on go live and it froze. Now the screen is dark and it's loading because I made the computer do stuff too fast. Hi, Facebook. I don't know what's going on. I need y'all to know over here on Facebook, for the last 28 minutes, I've been trying to get Facebook up. For the last 28 minutes, I've been trying to get Facebook up, and it's still lagging. It's still lagging over here on Facebook. Not my favorite, but it is what it is. Here we are. Give it a second for people to realize that the Facebook link is in fact working. Actually, I'll go here. I'll be crazy for you. Hello over here on Facebook. We've been trying to get Facebook up for the last 30 minutes. For the last 30 minutes, we've been trying to get Facebook up. Just so y'all know. It has been a fight. We have fought the good fight, but we here. You might just get some more audio experience today than anything else, but we here. Thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in because now it has been 29 minutes and 23 seconds since I started going live, and we just got Facebook up, and it's good and laggy and my favorite. Welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. My name is Taylor, also known as Miss Taylor Said, and I started this show on November 30th of 2020 in an effort to accomplish some goals of mine. One of those goals being that I would like to actually finish the books that I own. I own a lot of books. I've started a lot of books, but I have not actually completed them. So I'd like to complete the books that I own. Thank you, Sarante. I would actually like to complete the books that I own. So I started the show so that I can finish those books. And what a better way to finish some books and read some books than to do it with friends, right? So that's one reason why I did. Another reason why I started the show is because I want to get more comfortable with reading aloud in front of an audience. The things I want to do in my career are going to include me reading off of cue cards, scripts, speeches, things like that. And I want to get comfortable going ahead. I want to go ahead and get comfortable with doing that now, with reading aloud and reading it the way it's supposed to be read, with proper inflections and enunciation and all the things. Like, I want to get comfortable with go ahead and doing that now. So this is providing a platform for me to be able to do that. And the third reason why I started the show is because I want to get back into public speaking. I miss it. I miss it, child. I miss public speaking. I miss being on a stage and talking to folks and engaging with an audience. And thankfully, 2020, I mean, of all the bad things that happened in 2020, me being able to start this show was something good. Okay. And so I started the show. Finally, the last reason why I started the show is because I want to get more comfortable with public speaking. And 2020 afforded me the opportunity to be able to public speak, even if it's on a virtual platform. I'm able to speak to y'all and have engagement and, just be able to do this. So I'm thankful for y'all being here. Thank you so much for your patience. We are like legit an hour late. And it's lagging over here, and perfectionist Taylor is not happy about the lag, but hopefully the audio will come through. If y'all are watching on Facebook and it's too laggy, please go over to YouTube or go over to Instagram. If it gets too bad, please go over to YouTube and Instagram, and the playback will just be up there. And if you're joining us for the first time, if you've never seen an episode of Reading What Miss Taylor Said, please go to my YouTube channel, Miss Taylor Said, and you can look up Reading What Miss Taylor Said. You can look up Miss Taylor Said, and you will find every episode of Reading What Miss Taylor Said on YouTube. You can also watch most of the episodes on Instagram, on IGTV, and you can also watch those episodes over here on Facebook. But every episode is posted on YouTube. So go over to my YouTube channel, Miss Taylor Said on YouTube, and follow me everywhere. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, TikTok, all of that. Miss Taylor Said on all of that. All right. So we are reading Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. We are reading Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents, y'all. We are reading Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. And yesterday, where we left off, we were talking about we're talking about the different traits, and we're still in the chapter 2 where we're recognizing the traits of an emotionally immature parent. So I'm going to continue. Like I said, we got a late start, but it looks like people are joining in. So welcome in. We are reading Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. If you missed the previous episodes, after this, go to the playback and you can watch the previous episodes wherever you're watching. Okay. So the next section is called They Develop Strong Defenses That Take the Place of the Self. Instead of learning about themselves and developing a strong, cohesive self in early childhood, emotionally immature people learned that certain feelings were bad and forbidden. They unconsciously developed defenses against experiencing many of their deeper feelings. As a result, energies that could have gone toward developing a full self were instead devoted to suppressing their natural instincts, resulting in a limited capacity for emotional intimacy. Not realizing the magnitude of their parents' developmental limitations, many children of emotionally immature people think there must be a genuine, fully developed person hiding inside the parent, a real self they could connect to if only their parent would let them. Oh, thank you, Fran. Thank you so much, Fran. If only their parent would let them. This is especially true if the parent was occasionally affectionate or attentive. Okay. So there's this feeling that, like, for the child, and I experienced this too, there's this feeling for the child that, like, maybe if I could just get through to them, maybe if I can get through to them, and maybe if I love on them enough, or if I'm emotionally present there, or if I do these things for them, if I do all the right things, maybe one day, all that stuff will shed away and they'll be the real person that they actually are. No, it's therapy that'll do that. It'll be therapy. Okay. As one woman told me, with my parents, I used to pick the good part of them I liked and pretend That was the real part. I would tell myself that this good part would eventually win out, but it never did take over. I also used to pretend that the hurtful parts of them weren't real, but now I realize it was all real. When people's defenses have become an integral part of their personality, they're as real as scar tissue in the body. It may not have belonged there originally, but once formed, it's enduring. These limitations become a major part of people's personalities. Whether they can ultimately become more authentic and emotionally available depends on their ability to self-reflect. That's the big one. It depends on their ability to self-reflect. Because if you can't self-reflect, we know this. We know this because we here. We're here. We know if you can't self-reflect that, there are ramifications for that make it harder for you to develop as a person. Okay. So people often wonder whether their parents can ever change. That depends on whether their parents are willing to self-reflect, which is the first step in any change. Unfortunately, if their parents aren't interested in noticing their impacts on others, they have no impetus. They have no impetus to look at themselves. Without such self-reflection, there's no way to change. Without such self-reflection, there's no way to change. Hannah's story. Hannah had always longed for a more intimate relationship with her stern, hardworking mother. As an adult, on one visit, she asked her mother to tell her something about herself that she'd never shared with Hannah before. This caught her mother off guard. First, she looked like a deer in headlights. Then she burst into tears and couldn't speak. Hannah felt that she had simultaneously terrified and overwhelmed her mother with this innocent inquiry. She had unwittingly gone straight through her mother's defenses to a long hidden place of sorrow, exposing her mother's unmet childhood longing to be heard by someone who was interested in her experience. Hannah's interest and empathy overwhelmed the defenses her mother had developed in response to the lack of that kind of connection. She simply couldn't deal with Hannah's attempt at emotional intimacy. Y'all, there have been times where that's happened to me, where someone surprised me or caught me off guard with something that was really emotionally intimate, especially if it was something that I put out, but I haven't gotten in return. There have been times where someone has caught me off guard with that, and then it just made me cry. I burst into tears spontaneously because it's just wow. Because the thing is, it's overwhelming because you realize that's something that I've thought about and I cared about. Even my friend Jaleesa, she's done that where she's asked me a question that I have wanted to talk about, or something that I've thought about, or something that I know about myself that I noticed that I feel like it's one of my hidden parts that nobody knows about me. And she asked me about it, or she tells me something, and I'm just huh? You see that? You want to know about that? What? And it's overwhelming because it's just you really go, when you're raised with emotional loneliness and you experience a lot of emotional loneliness, no matter how much effort you put into trying to connect with others on the deep level that you need so that your emotional needs are met while you're also meeting somebody else's emotional needs. When you go through life, never really getting that connection just the way that you want it, it really will F you up if somebody cares and sees and taps in and just is oh, look at that little detail about you. Baby, I love when people notice details about me, little quirks and little things about me that I don't just openly talk about especially because I'm so open and I'm so out here. It's if you notice something, that means you're really paying attention and you're not just looking at the surface. And so it's overwhelming. It is emotionally overwhelming. So the next section is called, and this is a big section, it's incomplete development leads to emotional limitations. Incomplete development leads to emotional limitations. Despite being highly emotionally reactive, emotionally immature people have a paradoxical relationship with emotions. They're quick to get emotionally aroused, but they're scared of their most authentic feelings. This is to be expected if they were raised in a family. Milu, I don't know some of these academic words I've never seen. Milu that didn't help them deal with their emotions, or that may even have punished them for being upset. The sooner they can avoid their feelings or get over them, the better. They find the world of deep emotions extremely threatening. Okay, did y'all get that? I know I read through it kind of fast, but when you're not able to express your emotions as a child, whether it's because they don't have time for it or you get punished for it, it's threatening. So the deeper world of emotion, the world of deep emotions is extremely threatening to people that didn't get the opportunity to express their emotions during their childhood. So the first section within this, it says they fear feelings. They fear feelings. Ooh, this is about to hit. This is about to hit. I already know this is about to hit. As children, many emotionally immature people grew up in homes where they were taught that the spontaneous expression of certain feelings was a shameful breach of family custom. They learned that expressing or even experiencing these deeper feelings could bring shame or punishment, resulting in what psychotherapy researcher Lee McColl and her colleagues have called affect phobia. Affect, AFFECT, phobia. Having learned to link their most personal emotions with judgments about being bad, they could no longer stand to acknowledge certain feelings, especially those related to emotional intimacy. As a result, they anxiously sought to inhibit their genuine reactions, developing defensive behaviors instead of experiencing their true feelings and impulses. Ooh, how many of us have been through that? How many of us have experienced that? Okay. I'm going to say that again. So this is affect phobia. At having learned to link their most personal emotions with judgments about being bad, they could no longer stand to acknowledge certain feelings, especially those related to emotional intimacy. As a result, they anxiously sought to inhibit their genuine reactions, developing defensive behaviors instead of experiencing their true feelings and impulses. Affect phobia can lead to an inflexible, narrow personality type on rigid defenses against certain feelings. As adults, these emotionally immature people have an automatic anxiety reaction when it comes to deep emotional connection. Most genuine emotion makes them feel exposed and extremely nervous. Throughout life, their energy has been devoted to creating a defensive facade that protects them from emotional vulnerability with other people. To avoid dangerous emotional intimacy, they stick to a well-worn life script and resist talking about or processing emotions, including in relationships. You know what that makes me think about? That makes me think about Red Foreman from characters like Red Foreman and Hank Hill from King of the Hill in that 70s show. Like how they have a really small, narrow window of expression and emotions that they are willing to express. And anything that falls outside of that makes them incredibly uncomfortable to the point where they have physical reactions to it. So when I think about this, I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but what it seems like is like people care, like when you think about characters like Red Foreman or Hank Hill, like this is definitely giving those two guys. Okay. And as parents, when they become parents, they pass down this fear of vulnerable emotions to their children. God, y'all seen King of the Hill. Y'all seen King of the Hill. Y'all know how he is with Bobby. Every time Bobby is emotional or anything like that, he's just like, oh, like that boy ain't right. Like, and he says that boy ain't right when it's really like, no, daddy, you ain't right. Dad, you the one that's not right. You the one scared to express yourself and expressing your emotions. That boy is perfectly fine. As parents, they pass down this fear of vulnerable emotions to their children. In such families, the saying, I'll give you something to cry about. I'd like to gather the league of I'll get you something to cry about children. I like to gather us together in ceremony so that we can all hear this together. All right. In such families, the saying, "I'll give you something to cry about," is a common parental response to an upset child. Many children of emotionally phobic parents develop the fear that if they start crying, they'll never stop, which arises because they were never allowed to find out that crying naturally stops on its own when allowed in full when when allowed in its full expression. I'm going to say that one more time. Many children of emotionally phobic parents develop the fear that if they start crying, they'll never stop, which arises because they were never allowed to find out that crying naturally stops on its own when allowed its full expression. Because they grew up with emotionally phobic parents who stepped in to squelch their distress, they never experienced the natural rhythm of a crying episode and how it winds down. Ooh. Yes, we all have heard that one. It's easy to see how children growing up under these conditions could become fearful of their own emotions. In fact, even positive feelings of joy and excitement can become associated with anxiety. Woo! That's real. Even positive feelings of joy and excitement can become associated with anxiety. I have that. For example, Anthony recalled a painful incident when he joyfully raced out the front door to greet his father as he pulled up in the driveway. Anthony leaped over a small bush, swiped it with his foot, and knocked it over. Instead of appreciating Anthony's display of affection, his father gave him a beating. As a result, Anthony learned not only to be afraid of his father, but to fear spontaneous joy as something that would get him in trouble. Bruh, we've all gotten in trouble for something like that. I feel like almost everybody I've known has gotten in trouble for being a kid, for having kid excitement, for having kid joy, for messing something up because they were too hype as a kid. And instead of being told, "Oh, sweetie, it's okay, let's clean this up. You know, you were just really excited. Next time, I just want you to be really careful, okay, baby? Like, and I'm so happy to see you too." Because really what should have happened was that when he swiped his foot on the bush, Dad should have been like, "Hey, buddy, you all right? Hey, big guy, you okay? Okay, woo, you got really excited there. Oh, you got really excited. I'm excited to see you too, buddy. Yeah, oh man, we knocked over the bush. Let's see if we can fix this. Let's see if we can put the bush back. Maybe maybe we can get it back in there. All right. Oh, buddy, give me a hug. Love you. I love you. I love you. I'm so happy to see you too." Like, and it literally, that could have been the end of it. Instead, he got a whooping. He got a whooping for it. Because you messed up my property. Because all right, y'all. All right, I'm going to say something that is not in here, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Something like that, right? So kid gets excited, thing breaks because kid's excited and knocked it over. Parent beats them for it. In that moment, parent is teaching child, this item that is not you is more important than you are. This physical thing, this possession, this material item is more important than you are. Is more important than your safety. Is more important than your feelings. Because kid might be even scared from something spontaneously breaking or knocking over because they did it. They're nervous because, "Oh no, I didn't mean to break it." Or they just don't pay attention to it at all because they're a fucking kid, right? But it reminds me of like when the protests and stuff were happening last year, or anytime riots and protests happen, where people value property over people. And that stuff is taught at a young age. So when you cut up, you get too excited, or you even get angry and break something. Instead of analyzing what led to the thing being broken because of emotional expression, we get mad at the child because it's wrong for them to break an item that we worked so hard for and all that stuff. And we get mad at them and value the property. We value the material thing over the person. Why do we value the material thing over the person? Because I'm always going to bring it back to this. Because capitalism has taught us to value property and items and material things and material possessions and money and stuff like that over people. So when your kid is excited and they knock over the thing and they break your favorite whatever, or they break something that you cared about a little bit, they break something because they're excited to see you and they're running, mommy, 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 break. Now they getting their ass whooped because you value that thing that they just broke over their feelings and over their excitement and happiness. How'd that work? Air conditioner being rude. Hold on a second. Hold on. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, y'all. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Air conditioner being rude. Can't have that loud thing in the background. Today has been an interesting show. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. If you're just now joining us, we are reading The Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. Okay. So the next section says they focus on the physical instead of the emotional, which is probably what I was just talking about. Emotionally immature parents can do a good job of taking care of their children. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Emotionally immature parents can do a good job of taking care of their children's physical and material needs. In the world of food, shelter, and education, these parents may be able to provide everything that's needed. In terms of things that are physical, tangible, or activity related, many of these parents make sure their children get every advantage they can afford. But when it comes to emotional matters, they can be oblivious to their children's needs. Many of my clients have good memories of being well cared for when ill, enjoying their parents' attention, and even receiving presents and favorite foods. But this happened only after their parents were duly convinced they were sick. They experienced this attentiveness when they were sick as proof of their parents' love. It seemed to be the one time when they remembered receiving lots of attention. Baby, that's because that's it. You only get that kind of attention when you're sick. You only get that kind of attention when you're sick. You only get taken to McDonald's, you only get taken to McDonald's on the days you go to the doctor. You only get to have your favorite treat or your favorite food or your favorite anything on the days that you're sick. You only get, for me, it was like you only get like all the snuggles and all the hugs and all the kisses from the emotionally immature parent on the times when you're sick. And then you have to actually be sick. It has to actually be, okay, ginger ale couldn't help it. None of this medicine in the cabinet can help it. And you still not feeling well? Okay, well, let me, like if it's bad enough to where you don't go to school, then it's like, okay, well, let me, now let me give you that attention, because it's like, I can recognize you're in distress, and then I can go into distress mode. Anyway, here we go. This makes sense because caretaking during illness will allow a parent to justify This makes sense because caretaking during illness would allow a parent the justification to indulge a child with attention and affection. It stands to reason that affectionate caretaking felt safe to these parents when done for the purpose of restoring the child's physical health. Physical aid was more sanctioned than emotional attachment. Because otherwise people will tell you you're spoiling your child. If you give your child, they sick from school, like if you give your child they're sick from school attention on a regular day, you're spoiling them. Child, being well cared for in non-emotional areas can create confusion in people who grow up feeling emotionally lonely. They have overwhelming physical evidence that their parents loved and sacrificed for them, but they feel a painful lack of emotional security and closeness with their parents. The next section says they can be killjoys. All right. Fear of genuine emotion can cause emotionally immature people to be killjoys. As parents, instead of enjoying their children's excitement and enthusiasm, they may abruptly change the subject or warn them not to get their hopes up. In response to their children's exuberance, they're likely to say something dismissive or skeptical to bring it down a notch. When one woman told her mother about her excitement about buying her first house, her mother actually said, yes, and then you'll find something else to go on about. Because emotionally immature parents are not excited for you. They're, in fact, I will even go so far to say that if they see that you're able to be excited about something in your life, they're jealous. They can have jealousy towards you because they don't know how to experience that kind of joy because they're so emotionally blocked and scarred. Next one. In the next section in this. They have intense but shallow emotions. Y'all, my stomach is singing. I am hungry, okay? They have intense but shallow emotions. Emotionally immature people are easily overwhelmed by deep emotions, and they display their uneasiness by transmuting it into quick reactivity. Instead of feeling things deeply, they react superficially. They may be emotionally excitable and show a strong sentimentality, perhaps being easily moved to tears, or they may puff up in anger toward anything they dislike. Their reactivity may seem to indicate that they're passionate and deeply emotional, but their emotional expression often has a glancing quality, almost like a stone skipping the surface rather than going into the depths. It's a fleeting reaction of the moment, dramatic but not deep. Yeah, because moms be jealous. Moms be jealous of their kids. Dramatic but not deep. When interacting with such people, the weirdly shallow quality of their emotions may leave you feeling unmoved by their distress. You might tell yourself you should be feeling more for them, but your heart can't resonate with their exaggerated reactions. And because they overreact so frequently, you may quickly learn to tune them out for the sake of your own emotional survival. Because they be dramatic. They be dramatic. They be doing too much because they're not being genuine. They're not being genuine about their feelings. They're just having a big reaction. And they're, and then it's over. And then you just get to a point where you're just like, okay, here they go again. All right. Okay. All right. Like that gif of that puppet, that monkey puppet. It's just like, okay. All right, bruh. They don't experience mixed emotions. That's the next section. The ability to feel mixed emotions is a sign of maturity. Wow. Didn't know that until I just read it. I did not know that. The ability to feel mixed emotions is a sign of maturity, y'all. Look at that. Hey. If people can blend contradictory emotions together, such as happiness with guilt or anger with love, it shows they can encompass life's emotional complexity. Wow, good for you guys. High five for mixed emotions. High five for mixed emotions. Let's go. If people, yeah. So, experienced together, experienced together, opposing feelings tame each other. Once people develop the ability to feel different emotions at the same time, the world ripens into something richer and deeper. Instead of having a single, intense, one-dimensional emotional reaction, they can experience several different feelings that reflect the nuances of the situation. The different nuances of the situation. However, the reactions of emotionally immature people tend to be black and white with no gray areas. Okay? This rules out ambivalence, dilemmas, and other emotionally complicated experiences. Y'all, I'm so sorry, Facebook, that this is a short episode, but this is a perfect spot to stop. We've been going for 59 minutes on YouTube and IG, and I'm so sorry to have such a short episode for Facebook. But let's just go over this one more time. So the things that incomplete development leads to emotional limitations. So people with incomplete development will be emotionally immature, and these are people that fear feelings. They focus on the physical instead of the emotional. They can be killjoys. They have intense but shallow emotions, and they don't experience mixed emotions because they're emotionally stunted. And that is that is, we're still working through this. We're still working through this book, but understand that your ability to feel a wide range of emotions is not bad. It is not bad to be able to experience a wide range of emotions. In fact, it's healthy. So don't beat yourself up if you experience lots of feelings, if you feel that you need to cry. And something that came in that was they said they couldn't really experience joy. That's something my therapist has said to me, because yesterday I even posted it on my Snapchat. I posted a video where I was crying because I was, again, I'm still grieving a lot of relationship loss over the last year. Or the last year and a half or so, or last 2 years. I'll even give it a 2. I'm still grieving a lot of relationship loss. So yesterday was one of those moments where it all came crashing down and I just needed to cry. I just needed to get it out, because like Love said, your emotional bladder is full and your eyes need to take a piss. All right? Not to be crude, but that's really what it is. Your emotional bladder is full and you need to release it. You wouldn't stop yourself from peeing if you had to. You wouldn't stop yourself from any sneezing or anything, and your crying is the same thing. So don't stop yourself from doing it. Let yourself feel, because guess what? Joy comes in the morning. You see how I am today? You see how much better I am today because I let myself cry yesterday? It works. I'm in a great mood today because I allowed myself to cry yesterday, and I allowed myself to be sad yesterday, and I allowed myself to go through those feelings yesterday. Because I deserve to be able to cry. You deserve to be able to cry. You deserve crying. You deserve to cry when you need to cry so that you can experience. My therapist said, she was like, if you don't let yourself cry, how do you know what real joy feels like? How do you really know what joy feels like if you don't let yourself go all the way down into where your feelings actually are? How do you really know what that peak of joy feels like? Right? So, don't be afraid to cry, baby. Let them tears flow. Let them tears flow so that smile can be as big as possible, okay? And I hope that y'all have a lovely day. If nothing else, I just want y'all to be the youest you that you can possibly be, so that you can be the best version of yourself and you can live your life the way you're supposed to, okay? I hope y'all have a good night. Enjoy your dinner and whatnot, and y'all have a good one. Bye. See you later, YouTube. Bye. Bye. And Facebook.